The year is 1987.
Was that the—
And Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is being reopened after being previously abandoned and forgotten. And they're looking for some new staff to be the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I have to question, why had the restaurant been previously forgotten? The idea of a cute themed pizzeria aimed towards families and kids, filled with kids' activities and arcades, is honestly great. It's so original and I couldn't imagine anything controversial happening. We play as Jeremy Fitzgerald, who, like Mike Schmidt in the first game, is here to work Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Who takes the place of Night Guard, as the previous Night Guard was moved to the day shift. Something about a guy named William interfering with the animatronics and making them more aggressive. I don't know. Rumors, I guess. This refreshed location comes with brand new updated animatronics, a huge improvement over the last ones, which were apparently a little creepy and smelly. I can't imagine why that would be. These new animatronics are known as the Toys, which I can't hear and not think of something else. By the way, this video is sponsored by Bad Dragon. These new animatronics have updated AI, as well as the ability to use facial recognition, referencing a criminal database to make sure all the kids are safe and that there aren't any predators rolling about. So we've really got one of these goofy motherfuckers pulling a—
It's quite a car you've got out there. Thanks. Why don't you have a seat?
The roster of these animatronics are Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, and Thick Thighs. I mean Tick Bitties. I mean Toy Chica. I don't know what happened there. And finally, we have the security puppet, the Marionette, which works basically as the bouncer for the pizzeria.
Hey, you got ID?
I'm 10. I don't have ID. I'm here for Jimmy's birthday party.
Yeah, and I'm possessed by the soul of a little girl. No ID, no entry.
I have a library card.
Okay, you're good. Go on in. Hey, you got ID?
With this, we have our main cast of animatronics. So let's get ready and start our first night, introduced to us by the main man himself, Phone Guy.
Hello, and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Oh, how good it is to hear your voice again. Or timeline-wise, for the first time, I guess. Phone Guy breaks down the night for us, telling us about the updated animatronics and how much money they put into them so we know they're top of the line. And the fact that they're able to walk around and interact with guests? Yeah, I can't see that going poorly at all. Also tells us about the previous night guard who had complained about the animatronics trying to get into the office. So apparently the new animatronics aren't perfect, and this is due to not having a night mode implemented. So they'll often search around looking for customers when the restaurant's closed. And they happen to check the office, because you're there. That's okay, seeing as they've got these new AI features, I should feel safe. In fact, Phone Guy even says that we should be paying the animatronics to watch me. So that makes me feel better. But we are told how to prevent them from being up and about, which is a red flag as to why we should need to know that, but I guess it's the same way that they put the seals on toilets and IKEAs telling you not to use them. Someone's done it before. Firstly, there's a music box in the prize corner that will keep the puppet from moving around. This can be activated from the cameras. Okay, a music box sounds peaceful. Okay, does it have to be so creepy? Couldn't the puppet be suppressed by a Walkman playing Rush or something? Next are the main animatronics, which apparently can see you as an endoskeleton without its suit on, so they'll attempt to stuff you into a suit. Wait, I'm having deja vu. Okay, cool. So I heard there's another mascot-themed restaurant hiring staff, and I'm pretty sure their mascots don't try to kill you, so I'm just gonna hand in my resignation and... Okay, it's not all bad because they've given us a way to avoid getting forcibly filled inside of a suit. Hang on, that doesn't sound right. Their solution? Here's a Freddy mask.
Morning. Good day to you, sir. Hey, wait a minute, what the hell?
And we're left with a big dark room, no doors to close, no power to run out, and armed with a flashlight. Man, they really knew what they were doing in 87. What the hell happened in 93?
You know who I am. Snake, dealing in weed, coke, crack, your choice.
Oh, right. The drugs. So night one kicks off and we are opposite a dark abyss with two dark abysses either side of us. And these are where the aptly named toys will be approaching from. Fortunately, we have the power of the mask.
Sorry.
And flashlights on our side. For Bonnie, he appears in the right vent. If you see him at the entrance, put on your mask and he'll slide across your view like... Same goes with Chica. Put on your mask and wait for a sound cue and you'll be safe. But if you keep your mask off, then you're a bad boy. No, Chica is here to kill you, nothing more. And finally, Toy Freddy, who will appear in the hallway ahead of you. If he appears close by the entrance, you just put on the mask and he'll also disappear. Oh, and finally, the puppet. Just gotta make sure that you keep checking on the music box and make sure it's always wound up. Well, that certainly does seem easy enough, though I feel very uncomfortable when this freak is staring at me like that. Rinse and repeat, and that is night 1. I love it! This is so much easier than my last night shift job. Or my next one, I mean. Anyway, so let's move on to night 2. Can't imagine it gets any harder. On night 2, Phone Guy assumes that we have noticed the old animatronics on the cameras. Oh, no, I haven't. What? Apparently they're in parts and services. It's quite dark though, so can I... Ew. Okay, so first thing I have to say is this is a sequel, right? But it's set in 1987, as in, you know, set before the first FNAF? Which also confused me when I initially played this game because as you can see, the animatronics from FNAF 1 are in this game as withered, rotting, icky gross things. So was Scott going for like a George Lucas sort of thing here, or is it that the lore is so convoluted even Scott was like, fuck it, someone else will work this out for me in the form of a theory.
A game theory.
So the animatronics from FNAF 1 are here, before they were in FNAF 1. Apparently these were the original animatronics from the last location, which were then reused in the next location, and were almost reused at this location, but they weren't because they were ugly and stinky. Those are Phone Guy's words, not mine. Apparently these animatronics shouldn't move, but if they do, the mask trick will work on them too. I'm sorry, but if this version of Bonnie appears in my office, the only thing ugly and stinky will be me crying on the floor after losing control of all bodily function. Okay, that's a bit gross, I'm really sorry.
Uh-oh.
But guess what? It gets better. Apparently, the old Foxy is here as well, and the mask trick doesn't work on him. So we need to flash him with a flashlight a few times to keep him from attacking us. If he is active, of course. If. But there's something else to note that hasn't been told to us. If the hallway doesn't light up when we use the flashlight, there is a chance we'll be... So whenever this happens, put the mask on for a few seconds, take it off, and check again. This is then the perfect opportunity to hit the music box. Okay, fuck, I am overwhelmed. So we have the toys and Foxy to deal with. Sure hope there isn't a shit kid with some balloons that likes to hide in vents and appear to stop your flashlight from working. I think I'm gonna be sick. So everybody, welcome Balloon Boy to the game. And he exists to be a shitty little nuisance. He doesn't even attack you, he just appears in your office to taunt you until you get your skin peeled off by Johnny Depp. So how do we deal with him? Fortunately, he likes to appear in the left vent and give a sound cue when he's on his way. When he appears, you need to keep your mask on until you hear the sounds of shuffling in the vents. Or you can always...
Ready, kick the baby! Kick the baby. Kick the baby.
So what, that's 6 different things I have to watch out for. And it's only night 2. Well, I'm sure there's nothing else to trouble me for the rest of the night. Wait, what's that static sound? What the fuck is that? No, go away, go away, go away. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So like a cherry on top of a cake, but instead of a cherry, it's a bullet, and instead of a cake, it's my brain, and instead of on top of, it's... We're introduced to Toy Foxy, or lovingly known as Mangle. Yeah, Mangle's a cunt. And a scary one at that. But fortunately, it's not too hard to deal with her. When you hear static, you need to put on the mask until the static stops, and you hear her crawl back through the vents. As easy as she is, apparently she is one of the most active animatronics, which, in that condition... Look, I know the toys look funky as they are, like Toy Bonnie is definitely on a register, Toy Chica is why Toy Bonnie is on a register, and Toy Freddy is Ricky Gervais in the 80s. But Mangle is like if you rolled the Toy Foxy costume through railroad tracks like it's Katamari Damacy. I genuinely cannot believe the amount of things we have to deal with on night 2. We have to flash the hall for Foxy, flash the hall in vents for the toys, and put on the masks till they move, and absolutely shit yourself if you hear radio static like it's fucking Silent Hill. Scott, buddy, Mr. Cawthon, I'm changing your name to Shit Crawfish. With the night done, we are shown a vision of being inside of a bear. which is opposite to how it usually works in San Francisco. I hope someone gets that. We're now inside the OG Freddy suit, stood next to Bonnie and Chica, which are both looking at Freddy. Now, these suits are in fact the original animatronic suits from the previous pizzeria, which are the same ones that are pulled apart, broken, seen on the cameras currently. Well, I suppose we're not resigning anytime soon, even though this is the type of shit that would end up on a Bizarre Bub video.
Now, over in Houston, Texas is an abandoned apartment complex that's been sitting empty for quite some time.
So let's kick it off with night 3, where I cannot imagine it gets any worse, right? Phone guy brings us in first off by asking us if Foxy ever appeared, which, you know what, thanks for asking, because yeah, he actually did.
Foxy ever appear in the hallway? Probably not.
Don't fucking gaslight me. He tells us a bit more about Toy Foxy and how the kids got a bit too handsy and would constantly damage him to the point where he'd need to be rebuilt after every shift. Ah, so that explains why he looks like fucking Scorponok. Well, anyway, we're told to ignore any possible whispers or rumors about the pizzeria being shut down. Oh, yeah, sure, they're just rumors. I'm sure no children have been killed and possess different animatronics in the facility, which is the explanation for their horrifying existence. I mean, how far-fetched? Not like anything like this has happened before. Gosh, sorry, I've been so distracted I haven't been paying attention to the game. Suppose I'll wind up the music box and check the hallway. What the fuck happened? Why are you awake? I thought you were tossed and forgotten in the corner like an old cum sock. Surprise, surprise, the original animatronics and not just Foxy, withered and falling apart, are here to spook us. This is excellent news for me because I was actually looking for some time off work and I think a coronary is a pretty good reason. Bonnie is missing his face, which really takes away from any form of, I don't know, safety? I mean, look, he wasn't horrifyingly scary in FNAF 1, but with a black void where his face was, just like Squall from Final Fantasy VIII, makes him instantly more horrifying. But who's next to jump us? Why, it's our good friend Chica, and she... Taxi! No, I'm sorry. I remember what she looked like before. Icky because, you know, animatronic suit, yeah, I know. But kind of cute? What the hell happened to your face? Is it your wish to devour me? Do you want to consume me whole like a python? She is definitely the most frightening. She already looks horrible, but then she's got her arms out like she's ready to fight. Reminds me of the local crackhead when you tell him that you've got no money for crack. Or have no crack. Or Vin Diesel. These two are where the real challenge comes in. They will pop up randomly with no cue once you put the camera down, so you immediately have to put on your Freddy mask. But if you're too slow, you will... And it's one of those things where you can't tell if you were quick enough or not until you get jump scared or not. And there's nothing worse than when you're at 5 AM and you get hit with one of these guys and you just sit inside the mask, recycling your own breath, and you slowly think you've made it, but then... And they pop up frequently. Now, I want to get this straight. By night 3, we have to deal with Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Toy Freddy, Mangle, Balloon Boy, Foxy, Bonnie, and Chica? Oh, hi, sorry, I didn't see you there. You just caught me in the middle. Drinking cyanide. So, like, it's actually not as bad as that. Fortunately, with the withered animatronics appearing, the toy animatronics become less active, to the point that you can make it through the whole night without seeing any of the toys, which is how I overcame my porn addiction. So in reality, the only threats are BB, Mangle, Foxy, Bonnie, and Chica. Putting it into perspective doesn't seem that hard now. So with that, night 3 is complete, and we get another cutscene similar to before, but this time, Golden Freddy appears. Oh my god. Danny DeVito, I'm a huge fan! Night 4, baby, we are here, arrived in fear, and covered in tears. Phone Guy prepares us for the night ahead by advising us that some of the animatronics have been tampered with. In turn, they are now aggressive towards anyone seeming to be an adult. It's assumed to be William Afton who tampered with the animatronics' facial recognition so they wouldn't detect him and his criminal record.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
It would seem that the toy animatronics are more active, but on my 4th night, I actually did not encounter them, and I replayed night 4 a lot. Honestly, night 4 felt no different from night 3, excluding the fact that the withered animatronics appeared more frequently, but everything else was... Okay, why is Freddy reaching for me the same way that I reach for glazed donuts? POV, you're a glazed donut. So now we have all 4 of the withered active, and we need to be quick to put on that mask. Easiest way I found was to drop the camera after winding the box and immediately throw the mask on. With muscle memory, even if they don't appear, you're always prepared for if they do. Now, if you do keep dying on night 4 and night 5, you get the chance to play a selection of minigames. Though they're not fun, they're depressing, but they do give a bigger glimpse into the story, such as playing as Foxy taking cake to kids, but possibly seeing them as 5 dead kids, or one where you're Freddy giving cake to kids, and there's a kid locked outside and is murdered by the purple guy who we know as William Afton, and the child is seemingly Charlotte Emily. Who the fuck cares? Shown by the puppet jump scare and the tears on the kid's face matching that of the puppets, as well as the one where you play as the puppet giving life to the kids, which slowly turns them into the animatronics. To talk seriously for a second, it's actually really cool how Scott snuck so much story with so little details. It really is left up to interpretation, which is why the lore is so interesting to piece together. With night 4 being very rinse and repeat, let's finish up and move on to our final night. Another cutscene appears with the puppet staring into the Freddy suit. Presumably, it's Charlie possessing the puppet trying to awaken the kids' souls within the original suits. For what reason? I don't know, there's probably a Five Nights at Freddy's 3 that explains it. So the last night is the penultimate. Everything we have prepared for has come to this. Every tactic, every animatronic, all in one night. Phone Guy advises us that the restaurant is on lockdown to not let anyone in or out, primarily previous employees. To which he lets us know a day shift position has become available, and once everything's sorted out, we'll get moved to it. Thank the heavens! I can imagine this place is 100% less scary during the day. 99%. He does mention the attempt to reach out to the owner of the original Freddy restaurant, Fredbear's Family Diner, to try and find a replacement. I mean, you kinda just fired one of them. And I'm sure Henry Emily has no interest considering his daughter is possessing the puppet he created to protect her. I believe they call that irony. This night really does play on RNG. On my playthrough, I would get the withered animatronic so frequently that I got used to him, but eventually got jumped by Toy Bonnie because he's a rosy-cheeked virgin who should suck a railroad spike. Once you hit that right level of RNG, keep up the mask, check the vents, wind up the box, eventually you will hit 6 AM, and just like our buddy Mike, Jeremy would have finished his 5 Nights at Freddy's too. Yes, I'm making that joke twice, fuck off. We get paid a huge $100.50 and can leave this place behind us. But just like FNAF 1, there is a 6th night. In terms of gameplay, it's just a bit more aggressive than the 5th night. But this time, Phone Guy does divulge some information, specifically that the pizzeria is being shut down, as it is officially revealed that William Afton took on his Spring Bonnie suit again and killed 5 kids, these being the 5 that possess the toy animatronics in this game, including Balloon Boy. And this is why the animatronics have been acting so odd. So yeah, the place is getting shut down. Gosh, with all this controversy, I couldn't imagine they'd still have a birthday set for tomorrow.
We have one more event scheduled for tomorrow, a birthday.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Rev up those fryers!
Well, we can at least say we have one more day of pay. I sure hope we don't get our frontal lobe demolished by a non-binary fox animatronic. So with this final night, it's important to stay on top of every animatronic. Need to keep an eye on the vents, the hall, wind up the music box, keep an ear out for Mangle and Balloon Boy, and be prepared to drop the mask down anytime you get off the cameras in case the withered ones arrive. Oh, and not to mention, Golden Freddy will make an appearance. And again, with some good RNG and maybe a sore throat from screaming, Night 6 is done. And we get an additional $20.10. Hell yeah, we get paid extra and get to live another day. But no more after that. Now, we can't forget the custom night mode, where you can do whatever you want with the animatronics. Fredina, get out of here! With no necessary storyline drops from Phone Guy, we still get to play as another character known as Fritz Smith, who after a single night is fired due to tampering with the animatronics and having a poor odor. It's pretty much known that Fritz was an alias for Michael Afton, who we played as in the first FNAF game. The reason to why he stinks in context to the whole lore? Trauma. In context to this single game? I don't know. No deodorant? Hey everyone, I just want to say thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. I hope you all did enjoy. I feel like I put a lot of time and effort into this video, so please let me know what you guys think in the comments. I also just want to let you know that I am no longer going to be pushing Patreon. I kind of just feel like I don't have anything to post there, and I feel like the support, I just don't deserve it. So, but either way, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!